Hey guys, it's Kinar here, and today I just wanted to kind of follow up on the post I made on entrepreneurs, and it was regarding how do you shoot a successful practice video. So it's one of those things that you want to put it on your website, preferably on the home page. Now, because it's a practice video shoot, I decided to do this as a quick video rather than writing text. And I'm hoping that this is adding a lot of value to you guys. So stay tuned and watch the whole thing because there are a lot of tips I'm going to be sharing with you within this video. So let's get started. It's a quick video. It's just adding some value to you guys. And it's regarding how to create a successful practice video shoot. Now, one of the most important things about a video shoot, why do we need to do it? Let's go through that. One of the most important things before I go into the 3 whys is that I want you to understand where you put it. Once you make this practice video shoot, I like to call it the PVS, and I'll just refer to it as the PVS. And we as Danish know what PVS means, but anyway, this is not your impression material, this is your practice video shoot, right? So anyway, where do you place this? This particular one we are going to be talking about today is going to be placed on the home page of your website. So there are kind of 2 main videos every dentist can shoot. Number 1 is the PVS, is what we're going to be talking about. It's everything to do regarding introducing or giving information to your clients who come to your website through either AdWords, through SEO, through social media, but they land on your they land on your home page, and you want to give them some information about what your practice is all about. So that is what we call a practice video shoot. But there is another kind of a video where we call a success dentist video shoot. So it's what we call a success practice shoot, and that is a bit different. That is more about branding you as the dentist, branding you and your practice as being standing out in the market. So it's a little bit different, more about personal branding. But this today, what we're going to talk about is practice video shoot is going to be more about just giving a feel to your clients what you guys represent, and what your belief systems are, what your values are, and what your level of service you give, and all those kind of things. So let's dive deep into the 3 reasons why every practice owner should be having this video recorded in the best possible way and should be having this in your homepage. So number one reason is that 70% of people, human beings, are what we call visual. Nowadays, as you may have noticed in Instagram, on Facebook, there's much more videos coming out. Why? Because it's easier to just listen to a video, possibly a short video about something important or something that is adding value to you. Moreover, 70% of your population and your patients will be visual, and they'll be more tempted to watch a video if there's something on your homepage, and that allows you to tell them in a span of about 1 to 2 minutes what you are all about. The second reason is when you record a practice video shoot, it actually allows you to show a level of authority, a level of credibility, and allows you to stand out from the rest of the market. I'm not sure how many of you have experience looking at other dental websites, but you may notice that many websites don't have this. And this is one of the, I wouldn't say it's the most latest thing, but most forward-thinking entrepreneurs and forward-thinking dentists are always putting these videos on their homepage. So it just allows a little bit of authority and credibility towards your branding. And the last reason is actually emotions. Videos nowadays can capture much more emotions than pictures, and hence in videos you can show people's laughter, people's joy, excitement, and all those kind of things, so because we can capture not only just the sound, but we can capture movements, we can capture almost make people show them what the texture of things are. All those that can be captured in a video, just like going to a cinema. When we go to a cinema, we have a cinematic experience, and we've all felt that in some movies we've been really touched and moves. So video can do a lot of impact and influence towards your patients. So those are the 3 main reasons, and it's nowadays like almost a must for if you really want to be successful in terms of your website appearance, your website look and feel, and for influencing the people who come on your website. A video is a must. And I'm talking about not just a cheap video, but a well-designed and a well-crafted video. Now, most important thing I wanted to share with you today is that what do you actually put on your video? What are the things you need to be thinking about? So I'll be running through a list with you, and there are about 8 things I want to run with you today. That these are the 8 things you want to be thinking on. The most minimum 8 things you should be having on a video shoot. So the first one is what we call a telescopic view. Telescopic view basically means 2 things. Number 1, your video should have the start of either, if you're in a building somewhere, then it should have almost like an aerial view of your practice. Now, if you're in a commercial building like mine, you can't have that. So you have to have kind of a shoot of your reception showing your brand. So in my case, it's Smile Concepts. So something like that. So that's the first thing, telescopic view. The second point is team. The second thing you would want to show in your video, in your practice, in your PVS, practice video shoot, is actually your team. Maybe your front team, your back team, but just the level. There's something unique about your team straight away. Maybe they're giving that 7-star service to your client. Maybe they're just having a bit of a discussion with the patient, with a bit of a laughter, a bit of a joy, a bit of excitement. So something, a few seconds in regards to capturing your team. The third part you want to have is the training. The training is regarding, I call it training means who are the trainers, who are the providers. So it is the dentist, your associate dentist, and possibly your hygienist, your therapist, all your alternative providers. So you want to show in that practice video shoot who is involved. It starts with of course, the principal dentist first, and then possibly some associate dentists and the alternative providers. But show them what talent, what trainers you have in that particular practice, in your practice. The fourth point is technology. Now, you don't want to overdo it here. In terms of technology, not more than 2 to 3 pieces, especially high-end technology. For example, if you've got a scanner, shoot a couple of seconds of the scanner. If you've got a laser machine, shoot something like that. If you've got an ozone machine, shoot something like that. If you've got TV on the roof of your clinical room, shoot something like that. So few technology here and there. Once again, the person shooting this video for you should have the knowledge of picking up in a very branded way how to capture this technology, but not overdo it. Do not show clinical instruments, anything which is invasive. Don't show that. Don't show anything that looks or comes across as scary. Number 5, tunes. Your video, at the end of the day, should have a light music playing, right? So the music you choose to play and which is embedded in your video has to be something subtle, something nice, something resonating with most of the public there. There's some great selections out there, and once again, your video production crew should know which music to choose for that. So select the right tune for that. Number 6, testimonials. Now, the reason I put the word testimonials there is that this video allows you to, the practice video shoot allows you to show if you have done any, like if there's certification on your walls, take a picture of that. Show your credibility. Show once again your authority. If you have a patient saying something for 5-10 seconds, like I've been coming here for years, it's been amazing, and I bring my whole family here. Something that makes your video much more validated. So getting a patient testimonial, and I'm not saying testimonial about your treatment, but testimonial about the experience they have of coming to your practice. So it's very important to capture that as well, and including once again, like I said, if you've got any certificates on the wall, if you have any other form of before-after folders, a bit of credibility in regards to that. So that would be a great point. Number 7, text. Your video at the end of the day, once it's ready, remember sometimes people are commuting by public transport, or sometimes they're not allowed to put it on. They don't have the earphones, but they just want to kind of watch your video. They may not put it on volume, so you have to make sure that there's text on every word that is said on that video, which is very, very, once again, very important to have it. It also shows that like if you may have seen also on Instagram, the high-end videos always has text. So it's very important that your video has that too. And the last point is overall, like any great movie in this, you must have watched, right? There's always a story to it. So your video production crew, right? The people who are helping you shoot this practice video, successful practice video shoot, kind of needs to guide you onto what story you want to say in your video. It's very important for you to understand that there's a little bit of an element of a story going on, because you're trying to indicate to your clients and customers what you are all about, what your belief systems are, what your values are, what services you provide, and why you do what you do. So there has to be a bit of a story. So I'm hoping these are the 8 points. If I were you, I would mark these 8 points down, and just know that, keep in mind that these 8 points are the most minimum that you need to have in your PVS, the practice video shoot. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is that what really needs to be overall captured as well. These are just a few additional points, and you may want to take a note of this as well. The one is attention. This is a very important point. The start of your video, whenever you record this video, has to grab your client's attention within the first 3 to 5 seconds. How do you do that? There are few ways, but I'm going to share 2 ways with you. Number one, start with a quote. Whatever quote, some quote that resonates with you, resonates with your philosophies in how you run your practice. The other one is maybe you want to start with a question. You may want to start with a question. So keep this in mind. But my point I'm trying to make here right now is that the first 5 seconds, make it so that your audience keeps on watching it till the end. There are too many videos out there which fail to address this. It's very important that you craft your opening really, really well. All right, so keep those 2 things in mind, quotes and questions. The second thing is passion and purpose. When you're recording this video, once again, your production team needs to make sure that they capture the passion you have in running this business of yours, running this clinic of yours, and also why you're doing what you do, a little bit of your story, how you've grown over the years, how you serve the community, but that passion needs to be oozing out in that video. And there's a style and a system and a strategy to do that. Once again, make sure it's not a dull video, but it shows that you're really passionate about what you do. Number 3, what we have is beliefs. Talk about the word belief. Use the word belief in there. That at Smile Concepts, we believe, etc. In your practice, dental practice, I believe, our philosophies are these, we believe. So spend a few seconds talking about your beliefs and your philosophies. Very crucial element, very influencing element to be using on your practice video shoot. Number 4, innovation. Innovation is all about how are you evolving and transforming in your practice. So talk about how you guys are being innovative, and you're keeping up with the trends. You believe also that it's important to keep up with technology. It's important to keep up with high standards of running a dental practice, high sterilization processes, cross-contamination, all that kind of stuff. But just a few seconds on talking about just how you are being innovative in yours. Once again, this is part of someone helping you write a little bit of your script and your story, but it's very important that you include this part as well. The 5th point is VAK, which stands for Visuals, Auditory, and Kinesthetic. Your video, your practice video, PVS, needs to capture visuals, auditory, and kinesthetic components. These are the 3 things that helps influence people who come on your website to choose you. Remember, the purpose of your website is only one: to get your clients, your patients to give you a call. If you get clients coming to your website, right, even to your homepage, and this is just one part of influencing on your website, having a PVS, practice video shoot. If they are not calling you, that means your website is not effective enough. That's a topic for a different day, and I will make a video on that later on. But what I'm trying to tell you here right now is your practice video shoot, one of the purposes of that is to make sure that they get influenced to just call you. And that will be the next step in the process of having a great PVS on your homepage. The next point is service. talk about the 7-star service you provide. Why are you different in the service you're providing with the patients you see? So it's interesting to see that some forward-thinking practices are already getting their teams trained in giving 7-star service and not going the extra mile, but they're going the extra 5 miles. So what is it about your practice that way you can capture that you're giving them 7-star service? There are 1 or 2 or 3 tricks that you can really capture them in showing in your video. You can capture that, oh my God, your audience, your clients will think, these guys are giving, or these guys are into the business of giving 7-star service. So somehow your video for a few seconds, needs to capture that as well. The next point being unique. How are you unique? At the end of the day, how are you unique? You need to be unique. You cannot be the next Joe Blow down the road. So your video needs to capture 1, 2, or 3 elements how you are unique. And there is that, once again, that is something that needs to be thought about and put in your script. So there is a lot of preparation, as you can see, that goes before you shoot a practice video shoot, because you get one chance, and you cannot settle for good. You gotta go for great. Everyone else, the few people who are already out there, and you can check this out. Some of the videos you'll see in a lot of websites are very good to mediocre, but you need to be exceptional, standing out great. So make sure that this is something that captures the essence of who you are and what you want to represent. The final point to which I want to focus on is charisma at the end of the day. A very important point. I don't need to talk much about that, but the video needs to capture just the charisma of the entire team, including your providers, including the dentist, including the team. The charisma, the entire feeling of happiness, joy, excitement. But guess what? People want to go to places where there is a level of positivity, there's an outlook of optimism, there's a level of joy and excitement. I mean, people like doing business with people like that. So make sure that you pick up on the charisma part of the practice video shoot. And the technical aspects, that's the next thing I want to talk about. Now this is where it gets real on how you actually shoot your video shoot. Now the most important point, well, not the most important point, one of the point is lighting. Your video crew needs to have a good lighting system. Well, let me replace that. A great lighting system. They need to make sure that they capture, like any cinematic experience, they need to capture the entire video shoot in the right lighting. So that's an important point. The next one is audio video. Now this here is one of the most important points. What equipment are you shooting the video with? I've seen practice video shoots getting shot by an iPhone, or by, maybe I should mention Galaxy or Samsung as well, right? But that's besides the point, not with the phone. This video, by the way, it's not going to be more than 1 or 2 minutes long. That's it. You cannot have a 5-10 minute. Nowadays, the attention span of someone to look on a successful video shoot on your homepage is not more than 60 to 120 seconds. So it's important to you shoot that in quality, high definition, catching the right lighting, catching the right voiceover, all this kind of things. So having the right people to do this for you is very important. So you always question what's the camera equipment you are using. Same thing like when we are doing high-end procedures, we want to know that we are using the right technology to serve our patients. Same thing, this is a skill. Now most of us don't have video equipment, so make sure you get it recorded professionally. My point being, stop using your phones to do this. It's pretty crap, and you need to make sure that you use something more professional. Length and editing. I just already spoke about that. Not more than 1 or 2 minutes long. Okay, so keep that in mind. I've seen some of the videos go for 3-4 minutes long. Too long. No one watches that. Ideally 60 seconds. Worst case scenario 90 seconds to maybe 120 seconds. Okay, so but less than 1.5 minutes is what my recommendation is. And the next one is call to action. Of course, at the end of the day, at the end of the video, the last few seconds, you want to say something which allows your audience to take the next logical step, which is call you. Remember, I said the purpose of anyone landing on your website is to make sure that you give them a call to action. to call you. Make sure they make a call, because from there on, from the phone call, your front team, if they are trained in the right way, can convert that into an appointment. So it's very important that you have some level of call to action. Once again, this is part of the pre-preparation in your script and everything, what that is going to be. So here, that is it, guys. If you need any further help, I'm going to be very direct with you here. If you need any further help, with getting a professional video shoot, a PVS done, just ping me, and I can help you. I help other clients do this as well. But if you have any questions, I would like you to just comment on that original post in Dentrepreneurs if you have any questions, or message me directly on Facebook. But let me help you. But make sure you understand these points very, very thoroughly. I hope you've taken some notes. If not, you can rewind back and just take some notes down, so you are aware of what to include in your videos, because I want you to make sure that you have a successful practice video shoot. And it's all about getting in the right way to do it, with professional equipment, a professional script, and a professional way who someone can produce and direct this, and most important thing at the end, how it's edited. So anyway, ping me. You guys know who I am. It's Kinar here. I'm a success coach. I help Dennis pretty much go from good to great. And looking forward to, I hope this is of super value to you. And if you did find value, please let me know. And if you want more videos like this, and I'm happy to make some videos for you just to add some more values. Stay tuned. Something massive is coming next week. And anyway, take care. Wishing you all the success. Thanks.